What's up, YouTube family? It's your boy Bryce here, back with another credit video. I got some dope content coming up, but before we get to that, I just want to thank everyone who like, comment, and subscribe and share my video. I really appreciate that. It really helps a lot when I'm trying to learn how to do all of this, you know. It's kind of hard setting up the camera, trying to choose which mic to use and which program and all that. So just getting that support while I'm trying to sit here and learn how to teach you, it really helps. I appreciate everything, the criticism, the praise, just everything. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. So, it's your first time getting a credit card, and you don't know which one to get. Well, you're in luck, because you're with your boy Bryce. I'm about to give you 5 credit cards that are great for beginners. So, let's get to it. Credit card number 1, the Discover Secured. Now this credit card is great because it's a secure credit card that actually gives you cash back rewards. Most secure credit cards don't give you any benefits. It's just you give them money, they give you a credit limit, and you go about your day. But this Discover Secure credit card gives you 2% back. And like I said, that's amazing for a secure credit card. Now you might ask, when do I get this 2% cash back? You get this 2% cash back when you purchase items at a restaurant or at a gas station. Now this 2% is only up to $1,000 each quarter. Some people in other videos, they'll say, well, that's a drawback or a setback. But to be honest, if this is your first credit card, $1,000 each quarter on restaurants and gas is maybe somewhat of a small limit, but for a lot of people, man, I know for me, $1,000 each quarter on restaurant and gas is, I wasn't spending $1,000 on restaurant and gas a quarter, man. I was spending $1,000 on Lord knows what, but it wasn't on restaurants and gas, I can tell you that. So another dope perk that this card gives you is that it will match back dollar for dollar the cash back that you earned for the first year. So I mean, I love getting free money. I mean, it's really not free money, but man, it's free money. So go ahead and get your dollar, dog. Go ahead and get your free money. There's no annual fee, no foreign transaction, purchase fees, none of that. There's no sign-up bonus, but this is your first card. It's a secure credit card, so you probably weren't going to get a sign-up bonus with a secure credit card anyway, because that's not what they're there for. This really wraps it up for this card for the basic stuff. For stuff like annual percentage rates, I'm really going to put that in the description. That way I can just focus on the bonuses of the card and the perks. With the APRs and the interest rates and all that, like I said, it's going to be in the description. But this is something that you should really do your research on with each card that you're going to get. And this goes for any card or any loan that you're going to get in life. Really look at those interest rates and how they're calculated. So credit card number 2, the Citi Double Cashback card. So this card is one of my favorites. It's actually a card that me and my wife just recently got. More so for her, because this is her first credit card. For me, I'm just an authorized user on it. But for her, this is really through her application. I really want to see, or should I say, we really want to see if she would get it for a first time. I kind of knew that she would get it only because she was already an authorized user on one of my accounts. Then I added her on another one, so her credit is already pretty high just from what I did before. If you watched the first video, I told you how I did that. So just, if you want to know how I made her authorized user and what happened to her credit, just go to the last video. Like I said, this is really one of my favorite cards just for the perks. It has 2% just like the last card. But the way you get the 2% is different. So the way you get it is you get 1% on purchases, and when you pay that off, you get the other 1%. So really, you're just gonna call it 2% the whole entire time. And that's because, like I said in the last video, we don't miss payments, we don't do late payments, man. Not around here, we building credit, we're not trying to break it. So with that, Citi actually does give you first time late fee waiver, but we would never get that. We never want to see that. That's really just like a slap in the face, Citi, because we're not making late payments over here. We're not missing payments over here. Another benefit that Citi has is Citi Private Pass. So what Citi Private Pass does is basically give you early access to certain tickets, or it'll bump a ticket up to VIP status, give you deals and discounts on certain events in your area. This is really cool if you're that kind of person that likes to hit festivals and stuff like that. You live like maybe like in New York City, or just like a place where there's a lot of events going on. You can really take advantage of this. So this might be something you want. Citi also has Citi Rewind. So what Citi Rewind is, let's say you buy a jacket worth $100. So this jacket, within 60 days, this jacket goes down to $50. So Citi will automatically refund you that $50 difference just because you use that card to make that purchase. This card has no annual fees, 0% on balance transfers for the first 18 months. There's no sign-up bonus for this one either, but if this is your first card and you're just looking for a good credit builder with some nice perks for a beginner, this is definitely a credit card you should check out. Now this next credit card we're going to talk about, I kind of wish I would have got this one as one of my first credit cards. I do know some people that this is their first credit card and they love it, they use it every day as much as they can for their everyday purchases. This credit card is the Chase Freedom card. Now this credit card will give you that little instant gratification, or should I say quicker gratification, because it offers a sign-up bonus. Now the sign-up bonus this gives is $150 bonus for the first $500 that you spend within 3 months. But if you understand credit discipline and that credit is a process and that we're not just looking for instant gratification, but we're just looking for gratification, period, then this card might be good for you. Now, one of the regular perks of this card is that you have the chance to get up to 5%, up to $1,500. Now, the way this 5% is calculated is that there are categories that rotate each year. For you to determine how you're going to get that 5%, you just need to go on your website once you get this card, if you get this card, and see what the categories are and how they rotate and what's the pattern. This card has 0% intro APR for the first 15 months. Now for credit card number 4, we're working with the Capital One Quicksilver One credit card. Now this card right here, man, is simple but effective. It only offers 1.5% back, but it's a flat rate. So what this means is you don't have to worry about the rotating categories or how you're going to get it or when you're going to get it and really why you're going to go get it. It's just anything you make a purchase on is going to be 1.5%. And also with Capital One, it's redeemable at any time. These points never expire. So that's definitely a bonus when you're looking at credit cards and the point system. Because some point systems, man, it's hard to redeem. It's not redeemable forever. You got like a year to use these points, and you got like a year just to register them. You got to do all this stuff just to get your points that you earned. But with Capital One, they keep it simple and they keep it easy. So definitely look out for Capital One. Do your research and pick this card if you think it's best for you. Man, another perk to this card is that after the first 5 months of making them on-time payments that you will do, because man, you listening to me and I'm giving you the best advice of your life. But after that first 5 months, they're going to automatically consider you for a credit limit increase. Doesn't mean you're going to get it with this. It's automatically considered, and that's nice because a lot of times when you ask for a credit limit increase, you're using up one of your hard inquiries. So the fact that they're going to do it for you automatically, for you doing your job, man, that's great. But this card definitely does have a setback, and that is an annual fee. And this annual fee is $39. It's going to take $2,600 a year for you to offset that cost. And if you have a decent paying job and you're using this card for your everyday expenses, that's actually going to be pretty easy to use, so that this might not even be a negative setback for you. There's no intro APR, no foreign transaction fees. Once again, this card doesn't offer a sign-up bonus, but you heard what I said before. So this last credit card, it was kind of hard to pick it because picking 5 cards when really there's like numerous amount of great cards that you can get for your first card. So narrowing it down to 5 was kind of hard. So I really thought about what's closest to me and maybe people like me. So with this card, I chose a military card. So, or should I say a military affiliated bank, and that's Navy Federal. If you were USAA or PenFed or any other military affiliated bank, you should definitely try to go to them and see what kind of cards that they can give to you that benefit you. For me, that was Navy Federal. So Navy Federal has the N Rewards secured credit card. Now this credit card gives you 1 point for each dollar spent. So that's $100, that's 100 points. Now with these points, it can be redeemed for a statement credit, cash back, or for gift cards. And actually there's some more, but you just have to go into the details. That way you can get that list back of all that this card can offer you. Another thing that makes this card special is that after 6 months of using this card the way you're supposed to use it, you're gonna have the chance to make this an unsecured credit card. So like a lot of these cards I've been mentioning, there's no annual fee, there's no balance transfer, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees. It's one of your regular basic secured credit cards, but it definitely has some great benefits and perks to it. So like all these other cards, and I know I get redundant when I say this, but do your research, check it out, make sure you're picking the right card that's for you. It's an all-around great card with Navy Federal, which is a military affiliated company. Sorry, it's a military affiliated bank, and they have great customer service. I've been having Navy Federal since I was 15. I really didn't have any of this knowledge before I got my first card. I just picked the first one that was on USA's list at the time, and I just applied, and I got it. They gave me a $1,000 limit, and I just looked at myself and I was like, you know what, Bryce, you're destined for great things. You're balling, let's go do something with it. So me and my friends, we went out and I paid for everything. I just put everything on this card. I definitely didn't follow that credit card discipline. I just looked at my statement one day and I was like, this ain't free money. So I learned my lesson real quick then. I paid it off, and ever since then I use it the correct way that it's supposed to be used. Don't be like old me, be like new me, man. Do your research, stay disciplined, and remember, credit is a process. Don't be discouraged when you see a little bit of progress. So just understand, it's gonna take time. Little progress is better than no progress. Your credit isn't just gonna jump all the time. There'll be some times when your credit score is gonna go up like 50 points. And other times, it's gonna go up 2. So just make sure that you just stick with it, man. And you'll be there. You'll be there when you need to get there. So those are my top 5 picks. Hopefully at least one of these cards are right for you. As always, thank y'all for watching the channel. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Press that share button if you do feel so inclined. And I'm out.